Yeah, I've got reviewed this episode last week, so I'll do a quick thing for this one, then we'll jump into the latest episode. So, this is the Interstellar Song Contest episode, which was a prestige on the Eurovision Song Contest. And actually turned out to be, I'm going to spoil it because if you haven't seen it by now, you haven't seen it. And turned out to be a Die Hard style episode, which was really, really cool. What I have to say about this episode, I really enjoyed it. I thought it's really, really good and continued theme this season of doing the sort of stories and people shaping reality and making things better by the whole concept like performing and phrasing it in terms of the story in question. In this case, the main singer in their song contest, who was secretly a Hellion, sang a song to unite people. And you can make fun of that. You can be like, oh, well, it's not necessarily something which would instill great change over a long period, but art has provided a means for change over a long period. And some performance art like that can change things. Now, obviously, it can, change things is probably the wrong thing. Instill a desire to change by pointing out, hey, we might all be different, but this person's amazing at what they do, so maybe we're not all that different. Maybe we're just all collating stupid quantifications, and we should all just sort of get along, unless, people don't want to, but people are going to be people, and they're always scared of what they don't understand, which is true of a lot of the Doctor Who discourse online. I don't know, you guys seen this week, the Sun, Bastion of Quality, is complaining that Doctor Who's too woke, which really annoys me, because it's this stupid concept, oh, it's woke, it's awake. It's like, you should want to be awake, you shouldn't want to be asleep. The whole concept of woke is distinctly from Matrix, where sleepwalking your way through life is seen as a problem, because your manipulations are easier to be done. The manipulations on you are easier to be done because you're asleep. The whole point is to be awake, to realise how things actually are, and try and improve them. But hey, newspapers, terrible newspapers. Awful standard of journalism. So they're saying it's woke and that's the shooty is gone because of like that. I'm like, look, my personal stance is we are lucky, or we were lucky, depending on how last few episodes go, to get Shooty for this long. He's a really good actor. He's going to have an amazing career, and he chose to do Doctor Who for a couple of years. So if he goes, that's grand. Why would you frame it in that awful way? And also, it's so stupid. It's like, that's not how anything works with regards to TV. There's contracts. If he's gone, it's because his contract hasn't been renewed. They're not going to take Doctor Who, a show which needs the transition from one to the other, and ditch that. And we ignore that. This episode was really, really good, and has some great moments like Susan callbacks and reveal about Rangi and things like that. My one issue is, and I keep going back to this, I wish there's more this season, because this would have been amazing. It's like episode, I guess, 10, the 1/4 finale. There's that little bit more time to build up Belinda and Doctor's relationship and friendship. But for what it was, this was excellent and heartfelt and genuinely heartwarming. I don't want to draw on too much about the idiots online who keep saying it's too woke, but I don't know why they're watching the show at this point. And also it's stupid, because like I've said before, Doctor Who's a show where you can dip out at any point, and you literally have eras. Each Doctor has their own era. You can dip out, you can come back later on, it's fine. You miss lots of good stuff, but if you don't care about that, you don't care. Anyway, this is my view. I'm going to give this one 4 out of 5, and I'll be back to review the latest episode in a sec. And so we get to the penultimate episode of season 2 of Doctor Who, named Wishword, which had a really cool description in Doctor Who magazine, which I do subscribe to. Sounded very intriguing, and the actual episode is nothing like that. There are going to be spoilers from here on, so I'll just give my early assessment. I really like this episode, but it's definitely part 1 of a 2-part of all pitfalls that represents, namely the fact that this is a love setup. There's a lot of cool stuff in there, but it's definitely a love setup. It's another episode which would benefit from full season, because there's a few bits and pieces like don't entirely add up, But we're going for a fast-paced season of Doctor Who, so that's fine. But yes, I really enjoyed it. I'd probably go for enough 4 out of 5 because I don't go for 0.5s, and it's better than 3, but it's not quite up to 5, so 4. Anyway, spoilers can be from this point forward. This episode's going to be quite divisive because I think a lot of people are going to be take the whole theme bit the wrong way, because this is clearly Conrad on the surface is creating a better weird, or at least that's the sense that you get at the start. When you actually look deeper, this is a very, very much a Far From Heaven style deconstruction of that idea of the perfect weird, because, you know, the Doctor in this incarnation is gay. So he's married to Blinda, who they've shown no attraction to each other prior to this point, and they're stuck together in a marriage. And the theme of the episode is doubt. Obviously, doubt on the surface is doubt that things are real and all of that. But the actual truth is that this is very much playing the idea of a gay man or gay woman having been in a relationship like this to feel that they fit in society and not really being invested in it the way they should. And it's very, very sad. It really is very, very sad. Because you can tell from the start that these two actors really do like each other, but they don't have that sort of chemistry. So watching this, it feels uncomfortable. And then it gets to the part at the end where Doc's sort of like, actually, no, the kid is real. It's, oh shit, it's crazy. So was that what he meant when he said in season 1, I haven't had her, she's not my granddaughter yet. I haven't met my daughter, haven't had my daughter yet. And it's like, oh man, it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. But also get a lot of the Rangi stuff. And they're going very much into the theme of witches, with her, which is okay. I don't know much about Rani. So, Rani, not Rangi, the Rani. So all stuff like she could do, I'm like, sure, why not? Maybe it's contradicted by Doctor Who canon. I don't know. I don't really care. It's something different from the usual Time Lord stuff. I think her justification of, I don't want death, I want to live, is very, very intriguing. Because most of the Doctors are bad guys just want to kill things. She's like, no, I want to make things live. As emphasized by the start, where she doesn't kill anyone. She turns them into animals, but she doesn't kill them, per se. And apparently we're dealing with the God of Wishes and also that racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic arsehole Conrad, who sadly it seems like some of the fan base share some of his views, which is very disturbing. But yeah, this episode I really enjoyed. I think it all depends on how they pair it off next week. Seems like they've got quite a lot to do. And the idea of possibly getting a Meg back and it being like a CGI monster like Sukef was last year, I don't know, maybe. I think this is a good season. It's been season 4 from very good episodes. I'm not entirely sure. I think parts of it are like I'm hand waved a bit and think some of it doesn't make a lot of sense, but I'm intrigued to see where it goes, and I really enjoyed the episode.